Hi y'all, just wanted to do a quick vlog. As you can see, Mommy had some trouble breathing last night and was up on and off from about 2 o'clock this morning. Miss Grumpy Pants over there. So we came to the Newton Medical Center for a couple of breathing treatments. And so, do you want to say hi? And so she's breathing better, and so we're hoping that she's going to be done with her this last treatment here shortly so that we can go and get some lunch because we're hungry. And so they're going to send her home with an inhaler so that she can use it if she has another attack. But we're hoping when we go home to Colorado tomorrow that she won't have another attack and we won't have to use it, but she'll have it just in case she does. So that's what we're up to today so far, and we'll probably add more as we go through the day. I think we're going to go for a boat ride with grandmother later on if the lake's not too choppy. So say goodbye.
Bye.
Say goodbye. Hi y'all.
Hi y'all. Sorry, I've tried to do this like 1,000 times already. But anyway, so that was the clip from yesterday in the hospital, and I didn't get it put up or anything else done yesterday because we spent from about 9 o'clock yesterday morning in the hospital to 9:30 this morning in the hospital. Yeah, because on Sunday night, Monday morning at 2 o'clock in the morning, I had a super bad asthma attack and couldn't breathe and fought with it till about 8, and then in the morning John said, "We're taking you to the hospital. That's it, I'm done," because I had tried everything I could think of here at the house to relax it, and it wouldn't go away, and I couldn't breathe. So he took me into the hospital, and because I'm pregnant, they had to run an EKG, they had to do blood work, they wanted to do a chest x-ray, and I told them, no, you're not x-raying me. That was the ER doctor's idea, you know, like they check for pneumonia and everything with an x-ray. I said, no, you're not x-raying me, especially since you're just the ER doctor. I'm not letting you do that. But they did the EKG and the blood work to make sure I didn't have congestive heart failure. Because when you're pregnant, it doesn't matter how old you are or how healthy you are, your pregnancy can bring on congestive heart failure. So they checked for that, and it was fine. I don't have congestive heart failure. I just couldn't breathe. So they did a short breathing treatment, and then a longer, like an hour-long breathing treatment, and my wheezing got better, my coughing got better, but my lungs weren't putting enough oxygen into my blood. So they want you as close to 100% oxygen saturation. Sorry, you keep seeing my thumb. In your blood as possible, and I was sitting at like 91 and 92. Couldn't get above 93. And I set the alarm off every 2 or 3 minutes because I dipped down into the 80s. So that's what had them like worried the most, even after the wheezing and everything got better. So they kept me. He talked with the OB and said, hey, I need to admit this pregnant woman, so she's going to come up to your floor. It's nothing about the baby. The baby was fine the whole time. Baby was great the whole time. It was just me, my lungs. And so, I'm sorry, I'm really itchy because I'm like, I don't know, it's my allergies. But, I'm not picking my nose, I promise. So they wanted to send me upstairs to the OB level, where you have your babies and all that stuff, and they weird noises. But before that, the OB doctor said before you send her up, do a CAT scan. Serious? And I was kind of like, how is that any better than an x-ray? Like, that's got to be, like, even worse. But the OB reassured me that it was fine. The nurses reassured me. The lady that took me back to do it, you know, talked me through it, said this is how it works. She had to inject the reactive stuff into my bloodstream through my IV, and I said, does that get to the baby? Does that get in the baby? Will that hurt the baby? And she's like, no, it doesn't. It'll, by the time you leave this room, it'll already be in your kidneys and being processed out of your body. And then just drink a lot, and you'll pee it out super fast. So we did that. I did a CAT scan. So it was really fast, and I was back in my room, and then they took me upstairs, and John brought the kids back to the lake house and gave them dinner and put them to bed, and then he came back and slept with me at the hospital. And they did a couple more breathing treatments and a couple more steroid injections into my IV to clear that last of the wheeze that I had, because it's like I'd breathe in, and then, you know, right as you get to the end of the breath in, you wheeze, like at the bottom of your lungs. I know that's not how it works, but that's what it feels like. And that's what they wanted cleared up before they sent me home, and the coughing and everything. So they did a couple more breathing treatments. They did one before we went to bed, and then the nurse came in at like 3 o'clock in the morning and did a steroid, and then they did a steroid, or then they did a breathing treatment as soon as we got up, and then a steroid injection right before we left, and then they had us out of there by 9:30 in the morning. And we were supposed to, and I got sent home with steroid pills and 2 emergency, like, rescue inhalers, like albuterol. So yeah, that was our trip to the emergency room. My kids were super good. They spent all day yesterday in a little tiny emergency room, and were super good. And then they were super good for Uncle Joe and Grandmother this morning. And then we got to come home. But we're not leaving today. We were supposed to leave a little bit ago on a plane, and that didn't work just because we would have had to rush through everything. And so we leave tomorrow at 1:45 in the afternoon. So we'll have today the kids are swimming somewhere. And then we'll leave tomorrow in the afternoon. So Uncle Joe's coming to get us about 10:30, take us to the airport, and then we'll be headed home. Yeah, so that's all. Thanks, guys. Bye!